Hey, what's up, guys? It's Chris here with Prestige Auto. So we're going to do a little update on this blue 68 Ford F100 we've been working on with Ian. It's here in the background. We've done a lot of work to this thing in the last couple months. We pulled the whole clip off. I wish we'd have made a video of some of this stuff, but we just jumped right in and got to working on it and didn't make any clips. We did take a couple pictures, so I got some pictures to show you. So we pulled the whole front clip off. We figured while we were doing that, we pulled the whole motor out, cleaned it up, did a good tune-up on it, stuck it back in there, painted the fenders, cleaned all that stuff up, and we painted the front bumper and the grille on it. She's looking real good. Got some new tires put on it, cleaned the interior up real good. So yeah, we got her all cleaned up, cleaned out the bed of it. Those couple bikes, sounds good. And just recently, we started working on the. So this is what we got going on. He's wanting to do the top of it up there, like a Wimbledon white, like we've done the bumper and the grille. So I'll show you here. I don't know if the sun is gonna be at the right angle so you can see this, but she's looking pretty good. So we started out one day and said, let's paint the bumper. We started to take the bumper off, and before we knew it, we pulled the whole clip off and had the engine out by lunch. So it was very easy to do. So yeah, we're wanting to take that Wimbledon white color there. We're going to do it on the rims as well. We haven't got to that yet, but we put some brand new tires on this thing, and it's riding much better now. We have sanded all this down and grinded it down. She's smooth as eggs now, but it was real rough. It still had the old, I don't know, like a glue or something that held the vinyl on. That stuff was bad. The whole top was like that. We still got to give it a couple more sandings and get her a little bit smooth. It's still got some on the back. We haven't done the back yet. This white stuff right here, it's like an adhesive. It's like an adhesive or something like that. But it is very hard to get off. We've still got to do this little section right here all the way around the back, and then give it another sanding, and then we're going to tape it off. We're going to do Wimbledon white up here on the top, and we're going to do the back bumper like that as well. And let me pop the hood and show you what the motor's looking like now. Hopefully you can see that. The sun is just shining right behind me today, so it's got everything glaring. But yeah, she's looking good. We pulled it all the way out. Again, I'll post some pictures of the process of us taking all this out. We pulled the whole front clip off. It comes off so easy. For you guys that haven't done it before, excuse me, there's 3 bolts here. We only got 2 back. That one broke. I've got to get that back. But there are 3 here, I think. Let's see. When you open the door, inside this hole, there's one in there. All right, and then there's one down here, and you got a couple core support bolts right here. We got new core support bolts and bushings because ours were they were real bad. They were just rotted out, so we got those. So take those off, and I think that's about it. I think inside the fender there is somewhere up in there was like a little strap with a bolt there, but it's only like 6 or 7 bolts, and this whole front clip came right off. I grabbed it from the side right here. Ian grabbed it on the other side, and we just pulled this whole thing off in one unit, set it down, made it so easy to get the engine in and out. We got it out. Turns out it is a 460. I don't know if I've mentioned that yet, but it is a 460. While we were cleaning it up, we noticed some markings on it, ran the numbers, and it's 460. Also, it says it right there on the label. It's a 460. We noticed that some things were different. It looks like they've done a front brake conversion on this too, for disc brakes. I noticed that they cut the frame over there to get the exhaust. You can see there, right in there, where they cut the frame to get the exhaust to fit this 460. And we got a new Holly carb on there, if you can see it, Holly 600. And we just did a good tune-up and painted her up, made her look good. Got a new coil there. And we put the Champion radiator there from old yellow truck into this one. Nothing was wrong with the other radiator. Ian just wanted that one. So let's fire her up. She's only got 63,000 miles. All right, so she's sounding good, looking good. She's came a long way since we pulled her out of those woods. Sounding real good. Hasn't given us any problems. We've been driving it to town here and there. We drove it probably to a little cruise in that was it was a car show about 45 minutes away from my house. The other day, Ian drove it and I took Slick here. Actually got a trophy that day with Slick. But yeah, our next project, that's what we're working on right now, is getting this top done right here. You can see we've got supplies everywhere. Got sanding disc, and we've been trying all kinds of different tricks to get that glue off. But the best trick so far has been this little flap disc right here. I think it's like a 60 grit or something like that. But it was actually able to take that stuff all the way down. And again, it's got it smooth as eggs. So we're gonna keep sanding away at that. And we're gonna paint it back Wimbledon white. And I think it's gonna look really good. It's what Ian likes so far. He has got the inside of this thing super clean. I think he's cleaned the floorboards like maybe 36, 37 times just yesterday. But look at him, super clean. I'm proud of him. He's been doing really good. The interior's turned out great. He's got it mega clean in here. And she rides so smooth. Brakes are good. Power steering's getting a little weak. It wasn't before we pulled all the stuff out, only since I put it back. So maybe I haven't bled the air out of it all the way or something, but power steering's a little stiff nowadays, but it's all good. We'll check it out and see what's up with it eventually. So yeah, that's how this thing's coming along. She's running good. Transmission's good, shift's good. We've had no issues. We've been very lucky on this project. So we're gonna try to get this cab finished up because we've got a car show this weekend, and Ian really wants to take it. He had to miss the one last weekend because she's under construction right now. So all right, let's get to work on this thing. All right, we're making some progress. Man, it is tedious around this window right here. Get in this little groove and around that, and we're trying not to rough up that that window sill as much as we can, but dang, we're getting it though. We still got to do from this section all the way over to there, but pretty much it's got it wrapped up on the top and everything. She's pretty smooth. We're gonna do a sanding up here also after we get done grinding a little bit. And we're gonna have to tear off this tape around this back window and retape it because I've nicked it and chewed it up a little bit, and we just wanna get that clean before we try to do any painting on that. So, all right guys, we're gonna keep on at it. Get this little section done and be done. Okay, we got that whole back end right there ground down. That was very fun, to say the least, but we got it done. She's looking good now. Need to dust it off, but we're gonna jump over here to the other side. And we were gonna leave these drip edges blue, but I think we're gonna do them white now. So I'm gonna pull this tape back off this and hit this drip edge real quick and get it all ready, so we can hit it with sander. Also, we got a couple little rust holes. Right here's one and there's one. So I've never tried to repair anything like that by myself, so we're gonna try a couple different options. At first, I'm gonna try to weld that up, try to cut it, weld it in, patch it, and see if we can do that. That's gonna be my first try, so I'll show you guys how that goes. All right, so let's pull this tape off and keep on going. All right, she's coming along really good. So I tried for my first time to weld up this little hole. There's still some tiny little ones there, but it's better than it was. It was larger than that, and I was able to patch it up a little bit with some weld, grind it smooth. I'll pull a little bit of filler on it, and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do with this. We're still just practicing and playing and learning. So we've got her sanded down. She's pretty smooth, everything's good. And that's probably gonna be it for today. Our next step is we need to retape everything back up, probably hit it with some primer, sand it back down, hit it with the primer again, and we'll go from there. But that's probably gonna do it for today on this project. She's looking good. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, we're back here the next day, getting this truck taped up. Ian's getting them crispy new lines put on there. So we're gonna have a straight edge going back. We've got her all sanded down. We've got a little Bondo up front there to fill those spots, and we're gonna sand it down. Should be good as new. So Ian's getting all this taped up. Whenever he gets this finished taped up, we are going to probably tape up the new line there and everything else. Cover this thing with plastic, get these other vehicles out of here, and we'll probably hit it with some primer. We gotta sand that down up front again, or sand it down, and then we will prime this. I got some high build prime. Whoa, almost fell out of here. I've got some high build primer to put in there, and we'll sand that down and then hit it with the white, and we'll see how she looks. So we'll watch Ian tape this up for us.
You're gonna be stepping on the brush a little bit.
All right, Ian has got that back finished up. Man, it's looking good. I'm excited to get some paint on this thing. It's taking a couple of weeks. We put it off a couple times. We had other projects going on, but Ian's got that wrapped up looking real good. He's doing the front right now so we can get that drip rail. So it's gonna be, I'll show you guys. It's gonna be white, like right here. Actually, hold on, I think I got Amazon package here. Nope, it was Dr. Pepper. Okay, anyway, Ian's getting that drip edge. So we're gonna do the whole top right here, all white, which means up in here too. And I'll show you, Ian's got it taped up. It's looking really good. See where he's got the tape? All this right here is gonna be white all the way across, and it's gonna stop there. So this pillar will be blue coming down and all that. When we shut the door, all this right here will be white that you can see. It'll roll around this drip edge, and it'll be white all the way around. He's about got it finished up, so he's gonna keep knocking that out, and we'll update you guys in just a second with the progress. All right, guys, we got her all taped up. We've got that little Bondo spot up there sanded down pretty smooth. She's looking good, much better than what it was. This ain't a perfect truck anyway, so it's not like we're doing excellent body work on it. We just needed to make sure it's not raining on us anymore because there's a pretty big hole in there. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and pull the plastic over it, get it wiped down with some wax and grease remover, and hit it with some primer that we bought over here, and we'll see how it goes. So let's get this thing taped up. So we're going to take that, go back, take that edge. Okay, we got her all plasticed up now. Whew, I'm a little out of breath, but she's covered up good enough. She's covered up good enough. We got plastic on it. We're gonna hit that jam all the way up in there. Gonna do the whole top, and she's looking pretty good. Got it covered up good enough. I'm not too worried about this bed. We're gonna redo this bed with some bed liner stuff like that, like Raptor liner or whatever they got at AutoZone, but we'll get that later. But yeah, she is ready to go. We're gonna wipe this down with wax and grease remover and hit it with some primer. Let's get to it. Wow, guys, she is turning out awesome. Look at that. Looks so much better already. She is coming along really good. Got the primer up there. We use the thick filler primer stuff, hoping that'll help on some of the scratches and some other stuff. And if it doesn't fill it in all the way, it's all good. She's just an old truck. We're just making her look a little better. But dang, guys, looking good. She's looking smooth as eggs. Got that top, that drip edge is looking real good there. Got it all finished up, and on the inside, let me show you inside right there. We got that part done all the way up. She's looking smooth. All right, got the top done there, and yeah, you can still see some spots right there, but oh well, it is what it is, man. She's an old truck. We're gonna keep on pecking away at it. I'm gonna put a couple more coats of this primer on there. I'm gonna let this dry, and then I'll put a couple more coats, and then we're gonna let her set for the night, and I'll come in tomorrow and put the white on it. Well, actually, we'll sand it first, give it a little sanding with maybe some 600 grit or something like that, clean it back up, and then I'm gonna hit it. We got some Wimbledon white over here. Let me show you. We got a couple cans. This right here. It's the original Ford color, Wimbledon white. Looks awesome. That's what we're gonna do on the back bumper, on the rims. That's what we did on the front bumper and the grill there, and that's what we used on yellow to do yellow's rims, and maybe a few other things on yellow. But yeah, man, she's looking really good. All right, so that's probably gonna do it for the night. Like I said, I'm gonna put another coat on this, and then we're gonna go to bed, let this stuff dry overnight, and we'll hit it back again tomorrow. All right, guys, we are back here. It is the next day. This is set up and dried all night. It's looking really good. I hit it down with a little sander already this morning. You can see it's a little wet where I hit it with a wax and grease remover so that it could dry. And we've got several cans of some white here. We're going to throw that on, let it dry, and we'll see how it goes. So let's get to it. Look at that. We got a first coat on there. She's looking good. I like that Wimbledon white. It goes good against the blue. But I really like that primer color. Looked really good too, actually. But we have got a coat on there. I ran out of paint. It eats that stuff up really fast. So we've got one coat, kind of like 1.5 coats on it. I was able to get like a half a coat before I ran out of paint. So we'll let that set on. We're going to run and chase down some cans of this paint because our local places only carry like 1 can per store. So I got one yesterday from O'Reilly. I think AutoZone says they have 1 can. And so we're gonna go grab that, and hopefully Advance has another can. So we're gonna snatch those cans up and we'll get back and finish it up. Got her all painted up. She turned out excellent. Turned out excellent. That color looks so good up against that blue. Man, I can't wait to get the rims done and the back bumper. Look at that. I didn't film much of the painting process. I know that part's boring, and I filmed enough of the priming and the sanding and all that, so figured just boom, it's done. See what you guys think. That line looks nice and clean where Ian taped that across there. Nice and clean. Gonna pull the rest of the plastic off, but I figured I'd stop real quick and give you guys an update. It's looking good inside those jams. Look at that, turning out good. Took about, took a lot of cans of paint on that, like maybe 6 or 7 cans, but she's looking good. Look at that. So that's where that hole was. We welded up that one spot somewhere right in there, and there was a couple other pinholes. There's the big hole. We welded that one little spot, and we just put some body filler on the other. I mean, look at the rest of the truck, guys. She's pretty roughed up anyway, so we didn't get too crazy. This is just a little project for Ian. So, but it looks way better than it did, man. Look at that. Looks great. No more rain's gonna get in there. Oh yeah, so that's how it looks up against the door where we did inside the jam. I like that much better than leaving the that drip rail. We were gonna leave it blue at first, but I changed my mind. That looks so much better going with the white. What do you guys think? Think it would look better with the blue? Nah, it would have been blue all the way around that front lip, all the way down. That's so much better. Look at that. Looking great. All right, guys, I'm gonna get the rest of this plastic off here, and I'm gonna go grab some lunch and let this set for a little bit, and then we'll be back. Okie dokie, guys, we got it all finished up. Man, she's looking so good. Look at this. Look at Kathy over there. We got her finished up. The top's looking good. Looking good enough. Turned out real good. Got around that window. Ian did a very good job taping all this up. Those are his lines right there. Look at that. Like razors. Good job. Let's do a walk around and check it out. She turned out good. I'm gonna pull it out and let you guys see it in the sun. I'm gonna let it bake in the sun for a little bit, but good enough for a quick little job. If you guys just want to do that yourself, it don't cost a lot of money, just a little bit of time. We sanded her down, primed it up, threw some paint on it from AutoZone, and she is looking excellent. And then show you guys the motor one more time. We got in the sticker for it here, 460 sticker. That thing looks awesome on there, but she turned out all right. It's gonna wrap it up for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. That was an update on the 68 F100 there. We've had her, I don't know, a couple months now. Did a couple little upgrades to it, but if you like the video, please hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.